Look, you think you know, but you have no idea. Huh? What you say now, Chuck? What you talking about? Bro, are you even paying attention? Talking about COVID-19. What you getting a Corvette? What you say? Hey, check this out. Listen, COVID-19 almost killed me. And we need to talk about this. Y'all ready? Let's go.
Hey baby, welcome to the edge life. You're too close to the ledge. We gon' push you forward a few steps ahead. It's the edge life. Oh, whoa. Gotta get it in your head. Welcome to the edge life.
I'm not mad at you.
What you call it's gonna be done in like 10 minutes.
So what you trying to say?
The oven's gonna go off in 10 minutes. COVID, try to kill me.
Try to kill me.
COVID, try to kill me.
Try to kill me.
COVID in my throat.
Throat.
COVID tried to make me choke. COVID tried to kill you.
Hey, for real. COVID did really try to kill me, and people out here taking this thing for a joke.
Yeah, no, we were at a basketball game this weekend, and
Yup.
I could pretty much count on my hands. I didn't even have to take my shoes off to count the number of people that actually had masks on. Y'all, put a mask on.
You gotta put a
COVID
mask
ain't worth
on.
it. It literally did get in your throat. It does try to make you choke. I'm not lying.
You gotta put a mask on. You
Put a mask
gotta
on.
do something. You gotta
Wash your hands.
Well, yeah,
Stop being
definitely
nasty.
Stop
Just stop
being
being
nasty.
nasty.
You gotta stop being nasty, because being nasty is not
Will
a
make
good.
you be sick. Now,
It-
we wore masks.
We did.
And we did wash our hands.
Yes.
So even with that, though, we still got the Rona. I'm at 14 days since I first experienced symptoms of the Rona.
I know.
I'm at 14 days. So
I know.
today
So
is
so
14 days.
let me ask you this. Tell the people like what it was like, because there's a whole bunch of people
Yeah,
who
and yours
ain't
is
had
different than mine, too.
It showed
So,
enough was.
Hey, if you don't feel good, it might be Rona. That's all I'm going to say, because there's really no way to know. I don't get sick. I don't claim that. I have some other health issues that are going on, so I was already running some like low grade fevers and different things like that. But I knew that I knew
What you knew?
that Corona was up in my throat. She was trying to make me choke.
So all right, because I knew you weren't feeling good on that Sunday. You didn't go to church.
Yes. So
you know. Yeah.
So Saturday we got a car for Jessa.
Yep.
We were trying to surprise her late in the midnight hour.
Late in the midnight hour,
God's gonna turn it around.
God's gonna turn it around
and around. And we put the keys. We put the keys and hung them on her door, and we waited till she got home. And it was after midnight.
Yep.
And when I got up, I felt like I got hit by a Mack truck.
Blue doom.
And so I put my mask on because I mean, like literally in getting up, I just knew something wasn't right. So I had a headache, and I don't really ever do
You don't
headaches.
get headaches.
I don't do headaches. So it was a sinus headache. So if you feel like you have a sinus infection, sinus pressure, like go see about it. And that was about it in the beginning. Like I didn't run a fever that I know of, except for between the night between Tuesday and Wednesday. So I got my diagnosis on Monday, and I think it was on the third day. I rose up on the third day.
She rose up.
Actually, I was like that clammy, sweaty, so I'm pretty sure I had a fever through the night, and I felt better in the morning. It was like something broke. But this is the tricky thing with COVID. Rona be playing with you.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
So you'll have these moments, and you're like,
you feel good.
it's already she gone?
Yeah.
She went home? I mean, what happened?
Right.
And what had happened was, no, she wasn't gone. So you get a couple of hours maybe, and then all of a sudden you're just, feeling bad again. If I didn't have the vomiting, I didn't have the diarrhea. Yeah, we're going to talk about it all. But I did get hiccups. And I think it was on about Tuesday that I noticed that I was losing my sense of smell and taste. And then when Thursday hit, y'all, that was Thanksgiving. I cried. I shed a tear. Because I could not taste nothing on my plate.
Right.
And I'm a small gal, but I eat a lot. But that is my one time of the year.
That's your one.
that I splurge and I eat carbohydrates like they
I
are
eat
going out of
carbohydrates.
style. And I literally cried and I was mad at God. I told God, I said, I don't want to live without being able to taste, Lord. And I said, whoa, 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 whoa. Let me reel that back in. Yes, I do want to live, even if I can't taste. But Lord, there's just some things in life that you enjoy. And food is one of them. I didn't realize. So I was super mad about that. And so by the time Saturday came, I knew I was going to be able to go to work, which is what my doctor's note said. I could return to work on Monday.
Right. You got to follow the doctor's notes now.
Yes, follow the doctor's notes so I could return to work on Monday. So Monday, I woke up and ready to go to work. And how many of y'all rub your eyes when you first wake up? You know, just rub your eyes when you wake up. So I rub my eyes and I open my eyes and literally, I know y'all, I'm not losing it. This is really what happened. The room was spinning the same way I was rubbing my eyes.
That was crazy.
It was going in, it was spinning like this. Like the whole room was spinning. And it made me sick.
Yeah.
But I got up and kind of shook it off. And I was like, okay, I need to be careful about like climbing or, you know. And I started noticing that my balance was off. And it still is. So I am 14 days since my symptoms started. And I have some neurologic issues. So I look forward to laying down in bed, except for the fact that's when it really hits me. And I get nauseated and I feel like things are spinning. You know, y'all might have had that back when you drank the cognac.
I told y'all, y'all know golden rule number one. Put that little foot on the ground.
I'm going to tell you, Rona don't care if you put your foot on the floor. She said, girl, you still
work.
spinning.
It
does not work. Now you, different story, different
I had a totally different story. Like, you know, when it hit me, it hit me. And my trigger, you know, I wasn't really feeling great, but, you know, I was going to keep on going anyways because that's what we do.
Yep.
But when you went to the doctor that Monday, I guess, and got your test, and you got a positive test and Kai got a positive test, you know,
Saray got a strep throat.
And Saray got a strep throat. However that works out, right? I made the decision. I said, well, you know, I'm gonna take the girls and we're gonna all go get a test. Partly because I need to realize what was going on. Partly because them girls was getting on my dog on nerves,
because they was going somewhere.
They was trying to go out,
holding them hostage.
What y'all know about them teenagers, and they think that they can go everywhere and do whatever they want to do.
So irresponsible.
That's
and
what I'm saying.
So, like,
that's what I'm saying. That's
wanted
what I'm
to go
saying.
everywhere with the corona.
I'm like, don't you know your mama got a positive test? Don't you know your brother got a positive test? And you right there, you got strep throat. Yep. So for me, once I found out that I was positive, it was like my body was like, hey, bruh.
Breakdown.
hey, something going on up in here. Like, it was literally like something hit me that had never hit me before. Like, it wasn't no cold. It wasn't no flu. It was like, you know, that dude came out and did the leg sweep on Danielson. Like, exactly. It was that kind of thing to where I couldn't do anything. And I will say by, I guess, Wednesday or Thursday. That was probably before that. I guess Tuesday night, I was sleep like yeah. I ain't never slept like I'm not really a sleeper, but I was sleeping. I was doing a whole like I was marathon sleeping.
Yeah, and if you can sleep, do that.
So for real, like when the vomiting started, something shifted and changed like in my body. Like that was the day that I went to the kitchen, y'all, and like I sat in the kitchen and I had to call on the name of the Lord, like
head laying on the table,
like for real, like I'm not gonna lie, like I was like I might not make it, like for real, like I'm not even playing with y'all, like that was the day that I was literally in the kitchen, like I don't know if I'm gonna make it. And I was trying to be strong and I was trying to be tough. But in my mind, I was like, I might need to tell my wife to take me to the hospital. And I'm not joking, because the hospital is the very place that you don't want to go, right? It's like every time you hear about people dying from this thing, they was in the hospital. And I was like, I'm not going to the hospital because that's where people go to die. And I think for me, that stretch to where I don't know how many days it even was, but it seemed like it was
Yeah,
probably
you had a couple of days of
yeah.
vomiting, but poor Kai, out of 7 days, 4 of them he vomited.
He was just going.
And so Monday when I came home, he was still vomiting. He had vomited 2 days back to
Yep.
back.
Yep.
We were really concerned about the hydration. That's the other thing that you got to do other than rest.
Yeah.
But I was very worried about you. I was extremely worried about Philip because I knew he wasn't feeling well. And it was good that I was. So all the symptoms, all that stuff, for me, the worst part of all of it, and I'm feeling a little emotional right now, was, I'm a parent.
Yeah.
We're parents. We're the caregivers. We take care of everybody. I had 2 that didn't have it, and I wanted to do everything that I could to make sure they didn't get it.
Right.
And praise Jesus, they did not get it. So that meant eating at separate times and separate spaces. It meant me cleaning everything down with bleach, me keeping all the dishes up. And this is while I'm sick.
Yeah. Yeah. She was a trooper,
spraying everything down with Lysol, anything that was fabric that we couldn't wash. I mean, constantly keeping the wash going, especially with the vomiting. And, for Kai, sometimes he would get it on his clothes. I mean, it's even hard for a grown-up not to, because it was violent. His vomiting was violent, like his whole body. So the scariest part for me was when we got our diagnosis. And, you hear of all the symptoms, all of that was how sick are all of us going to be?
Yeah.
And are we going to be able to take care of each other?
Yeah.
And
it was on a pop.
Everybody ate. And that's the other thing. If you've got friends and family, especially if they're quarantined together as a family, they can't eat a whole lot.
Right.
They don't really want to, but they do need to eat, So send small meals to them. We had our church sent us a meal one day.
Yep.
Friends from church sent us on another day. My best friend and her mom got us food. My parents, my dad was the Turkey Express on, and my sister and her husband and my mother. So they made sure.
That was clutch.
That was clutch. They came and just put our Thanksgiving underneath our gazebo on the table out there.
Yep.
With instructions of how to warm it and everything. And, even though we couldn't taste it, I froze that joint. Because at some point in time, I'm having an Anna Bertha Thanksgiving Day. Honestly, the scariest part was we're in this house and we got to take care of each other. And are we going to be well enough? If you've seen someone suffer, and I'm telling you, this man suffered. I mean, I prayed. He was, and I don't even know if you realize this, but at night he was dreaming like vividly, and he was talking out loud in his sleep, and he was fighting demonic things because he was calling them out. And I would just touch him and I would just start praying, in the middle of the night, and till he was calm. But, he was doing that on the couch. Kai even heard him a couple of times. He's like, "What's Dad doing?" But he was really sick. But that was the scariest moment of, are we going to be able to take care of our family?
Yeah.
Children have to eat. They have to, and I granted they're teenagers and they can provide for themselves. But I felt the obligation to keep everybody well.
Yeah. Well, you did that. You kept everybody well. You nursed us through. And I went outside yesterday for the first time. Didn't nobody tell me the leaves was changing and stuff?
He hadn't been out at all.
Didn't nobody tell me? I was like, man, what's going on? The
Winter happened.
Grass looked green.
Yeah.
It was cold outside. When it's cold outside, girl. And
all you loving.
Yeah. It was really cool to go just outside. It's just like the simple things. I ain't never experienced anything like this. I don't wish this on my worst enemy. Nor do I wish it on their friends. Like for real. Like this is really, really the real deal. So, COVID thought it was gonna kill us, but it didn't. And here's the funny thing. I don't know if I told you this. Maybe I did, but once I started feeling good, I ran to Jessa's room. I knocked on the door. I was like, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
I was like, Jessa. And I went in the room. She's sitting there working on a computer. I said, I didn't die. I know she was like, yeah, we know you didn't die. But I had a revelatory moment to where I was like, there are a lot of people who are not making it back from this disease, because that's what it is. So I went to Zoe's room, knocked on Zoe's door, had to tell Zoe the same thing. I hollered downstairs to Soraya. I was like, I'm alive, girl, I'm alive. And that's like a real moment, because there are so many families who are having to bury family members. There are so many families who are having to say goodbye to loved ones and not even really be able to say goodbye to their loved ones. So
not even able to be there.
Yeah.
But you and Kai were cuddled up on the couch together. I
Yeah.
was right there under you, because I kept thinking that there are people who did not get the opportunity
Mm-hmm.
to console as best as you can someone who really, it's suffering. That's what this is.
Mm-hmm.
It evokes a level of suffering physically and mentally, and even
Mhm.
emotionally for me. I had some nights where the girl, where I would worry about the girls,
Mhm.
and I could not stop the overwhelm of the worry. And
Yeah.
I'd have to go and check and make sure
They're
everybody
okay.
was breathing.
Yep.
Like, I
Yep.
checked on them, and I'm telling you, I didn't need this to appreciate what I have,
Mm-hmm.
but it took it to a whole nother level, y'all.
Yep.
I really, truly appreciate my family. And like today, I was back in action. I was baking and cooking, and
She going
I
all
had
in.
missed some stuff.
She going all in. And I'm gonna tell y'all this before we get off this Vlogmas day number
Vlogmas
6.
6.
There's one thing that I've been
It
that
must be good,
that
y'all.
I've been craving.
Corona trying to choke
For
it out.
whatever reason, because I haven't been able to eat. I haven't been able to, Gatorade has kept me alive, right? But I wanted some meatloaf. Why? I don't even know. But your boy wanted meatloaf, so tonight my wife was like, "Look, baby, I'm making you some meatloaf." And I'm not even like a meatloaf fan,
No,
but
I was like, that is so weird, because when I make meatloaf, everybody's always like, meatloaf. So I don't make it, but like maybe once or twice a year. My mama loves it. But he said he wanted meatloaf.
Hey.
He kept saying he wanted meatloaf. And Kai kept wanting what?
What did Kai want?
Fried pickles.
Pickles. Kai wanted some fried pickles.
So guess what I brought him
He got some
today?
fried pickles
He
today,
got some
y'all.
fried
He got some fried pickles.
So that would not have been good in the midst of the Rona. I'm just telling y'all, because she didn't want anything on the inside of him.
Nah. So look, this is Vlogmas Day 6. We are so glad that you tuned in and hung out with us just for a little while. If you could do us a favor, like the channel, subscribe to the channel, comment on the channel, give us the thumbs up, ring the ding-a-ling-a-bell thing.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. Y'all know what it is, man. We really, really appreciate you all. And over the past 6 days now, I've grown to really like this vlogging thing, and we gonna go with it, because we're doing Vlogmas, and the whole month of December you will see fresh content from Carrie and I. You'll see the edge life. You'll see us getting down and doing whatever we do, but we're bringing our life to your life, and hopefully it's a blessing to you. So that being said, this is Vlogmas day number 6. Y'all be easy, man. We'll holla. Peace.
Hey baby, welcome to the edge life. You're too close to the ledge. We gon' push you forward a few steps ahead. It's the edge life. Oh, gotta get it in your head. Welcome to the edge life.